No, probably should have started load. Let's save. I'm still a bit sick, so I probably will be coughing, sniffling, and just generally suffering through everything I do. However, we're back with the Universim, and hopefully today it'll be a little bit less grating on my nerves. Yeah, I'm not like I don't know. Currently, like last stream specifically, it got a bit much, and I got panicked isn't the right word. I got a bit pissed. I got a bit fucking real miffed at whatever the fuck was happening. I don't remember what. That's how bad it was, right? My mind has entirely blanked it out. It essentially doesn't even exist. But boy, that's a good sign. There we go. Okay. Home, please. Take me home. Yes, I remember why I was upset. Because lots of crime. Fun crime. And then people are dying randomly, and nobody's doing their job, and it got a little bit aggravating. And all these things are just kind of compounding on top of each other, themselves. Everybody dying of old age, or just being, old age. Okay, who cares? Old age happens. I believe they're building a couple of towers, which should help a bit with the crime, as well as the parks. Both help with crime. It's good. Because crime is bad, and everybody's a little bit unhappy. Because, you know, crime is, as I've said just a second ago, bad, apparently. I don't know what happened to her, but... Oh, beautiful. So they're doing their own shit now. What are the... Why are they all, like, dying to wild animals randomly? Why? Where the fuck are they? Okay. Could be another wolf somewhere around here. Just absolutely fucking wrecking havoc. There he is. Oh, it's dead. God, this is annoying. It's like this, right? The little thing. It's the little things, isn't it? And like, if I could, you know, oh, okay. Well, fuck off. It's doing it again. Yeah, cool, fucking... Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Thank you for showing me your cool little... I'm gonna scream. Okay, well, we can't look at that notification anymore. It's gone. There is a wolf somewhere in our civilization, and who knows where, really. So that's probably him right there. Oh, don't worry. There's a natural meteor storm coming, too. At least it seems for the time being the deaths have stopped. So maybe I dealt with it? Question mark. Everybody is really unhappy, and that unhappiness is causing crime. Because, you know, a self-fulfilling system is amazing and fun. Don't you love it when, you know, people are unhappy so they do crime, so they're more unhappy because more crime happens, and, you know, that's just the general state of shit. Why isn't this building repairing? Oh, because, you know, even though I clearly stopped on rejuvenation there, it decided to instead ignore that entirely and go to the next one. He's doing a good job. He's doing God's work, whatever. Okay. I'm assuming that there's a problem with, like, the amounts of dead in the city. Something. I don't know why I dropped to get rid of the gas mine that got finished. That seems probably likely. That they recently finished gas mine is causing everybody such a large amount of pain that they are just, you know, all crying constantly. Okay, let's brought it down a little bit. Second park should essentially do the job, more or less. Okay. Seems we're getting a little bit over the slump that we are in. Hopefully it kind of levels out, because that was a very bad spiral. I do like the meteor coming. That's fun. Well, so I guess we don't have that much faith. I'm gonna hold my faith for now. The plan isn't that bad, a dire of a strait that I need to worry about that. I do wish the engineers would do their fucking job. That is one of the things that is currently getting me real good. Is that I'm getting all these notifications about I also really don't care about deaths due to old age. I really don't. It's not something I can solve. It's not an issue that needs to be dealt with. It is just a Oh, those wolf attacks. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to be able to defend from those, except for the water doesn't act as a natural barrier. No, the animals walk on the bottom of the sea, as they do in real life, you know. I remember when I was 5 at the beach, nice day, and I was attacked by a wild animal. And, you know, obviously, you know, you think, oh, he's attacked by a wild animal at the beach, right? So it must have been like, you know, maybe they was attacked by a seagull, or maybe a shark got him. Maybe it was like a manta ray, or like a crab, right? Because you can really blow things out of proportion, right? No, a wolf ran out from the bottom of the ocean. Just running on the bottom of the water. He wasn't swimming, no. He was running on the bottom of the water. And he bit me. And then he killed me. And I am dead. I am very dead, thank you. Still coming soon, huh? I also don't really care about marriages. Like, sure, it's cool that, you know, they're getting married and everything, but why do you have to inform me about it? Is there, like, a setting? Can I just, you know... I just want, like, a... Here we go. I doubt these are due to, specifically for Twitch. So, let's hope that. Thing is, right, I care about death messages if it was like, ah, somebody has died to a wild animal, or, you know, this person has been murdered by somebody else. Like, there's something you could do with that, right? But there isn't. There simply isn't, and there's no reason for you to tell me about them, because there's nothing I can solve. You tell me about fucking, you know, Jimmy has died of old age. Oh no, poor Jimmy. You know, poor thing, really. But, you know, the fact that people are getting married and, you know, the fishing stuff, that's not terrible, right? Yeah, okay. reasonable. But we're getting haunted now. I wonder if there is a... I'm gonna pop back on that one. This was the bunker for a second here. I'll pick up these two again. I do want the oil jack, however, I realize that more or less that's just gonna cause more issues than it's gonna solve currently. I am still very peeved about the game having to tell me about fucking, you know, just wells not being good, or, you know, this not being good, or that not being good, because it's just, it's annoying, right? Like, the game's telling me about about my own Nugget's inability to fucking function properly. Much like my stream telling me that my internet is absolute garbage, even though there's nobody else home tonight, so I don't know what's wrong with that. Honestly, if you're out there, right, and you're looking to purchase a, what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna purchase a Wi-Fi adapter because your computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi adapter, right? Like you know, you didn't, you built your own computer and, you know, it doesn't have a Wi-Fi card in it, you know. And you're looking to purchase one because, you know, you need Wi-Fi. You're not close to your home's router because, that sounded good. That was really good. I'm sorry. I am so sorry about that. I'd love to stop, but honestly, well, I'd love to stop coughing. But for some reason, my body just wants me to fucking die, and honestly, I'm kind of agreeing with it at this point. Well, I say no, but I was about to say no, but yes. The internet, again, is not working. Yeah, that was okay. Yeah. You're in the market for internet adapters, right? Because your computer doesn't have one, because you don't have a Wi-Fi card in it, because you don't want to spring for the extra, whatever, or you didn't think about it at the time and you didn't buy it, right? And you go and buy one afterwards. You're at fucking Best Buy, because realistically, where else you fucking go in computer world? Ugh. Yuck. So don't buy Asus was the point of that statement. That long rambling nonsense. No good. Do not buy the Asus. It's a little adapter, right? It's not a big one. It's just a little, like, kind of looks like the same kind of adapter you would use for a what up to? It's enough on the track. Like for a mouse, right? It looks like that. Don't buy it. Asus sucks. Apparently. Very, very apparently. My god action for Spark of Joy has gone away, so let's just re-up that, I guess. So everybody's mediocrely happy. Still my gas mine. It's not, we need all these things, right? We need the gas mine, we need the stuff. But granted, we don't really need 2 refineries of each, but more often than not we'll end up using 2 of each, so you know. I wish I could just, like, I can... Definitely don't show me fucking... Is the internet slow out? No, it's not. I've enabled a page. Okay. It's just being dumb right now. Whatever. We'll continue. It's fine. I don't have the Twitch set up right now anyway, so it is a-okay. The last thing I need currently is somebody coming along and spawning a nugget that just keeps jihading against me. That is the last thing I want currently. As much as I totally love jihad nuggets, it's really not my MO right now. Oh, okay, thank you, Twitch. Apparently I'm back, and the frames are being dropped. That's arguably better than not being able to go live, but not exactly all that much better. Yeah, don't buy Asus. At least not for, your Wi-Fi card-based needs. I would not recommend it. What I would recommend is eating ass. Really. It's a delight. I don't speak from experience. I speak because I want to make some idiot stick their fucking tongue in somebody else's butthole for no reason. Realistically. That's the truth. Just because, you know, I don't play the rusty trombone, but, you know, some other idiot might, and maybe he'll hate it, and I'll make somebody's life worse through it. That's really what I want, honestly. That's why I make these videos, to make people's lives worse. Or at least that's what that one guy who was commenting on my videos would have you believe. And, you know, maybe he's not wrong. Maybe I'm making everybody's life collectively worse through my experiences. I wasn't... Who fucking knows? Who knows? I don't care. If we hear a bunch of them happening at once, we'll pay attention. But it seems that, for the most part, it doesn't matter. I think summer's here. I could realistically tell from that, but, you know, shut up. It still makes all the noises, and... I also need the power for, I wonder if, right... I wonder if, via, Maya, thank you, whatever that was. Did they choose to upgrade that automatically? I don't like that it says none there. Do I necessarily care about receiving any of these items? Technically more bricks and stuff would be good, but what would I trade? Wood? Just raw wood, raw iron. What is this? Is that like... Is that just raw stone? I think it's raw stone. You know, I'll be nice, right? We'll buy 10 each. For, you know, 15. You know, we'll rip them off entirely. It's fine. Oh, what's going on with this hospital? What is this one? Okay. The thing I don't understand, right, is I understand bunkers are like, you know, they're not places for fun shit, but like, why do you hate a bunker? What about a bunker existing makes you sad? You're faced with the reality that eventually you'll have to use it, like, you know, I feel like I'd be sadder if I knew we could make bunkers, but nobody was making them. Right? Because, oh, we could be safe, but fuck me. Nah, mate. I ain't building you a bunker. So you're gonna get hit by an asteroid and you're gonna fucking die and you'll like it, mate. You bloody fucking like it. You know, what fucking garbage is this? What garbage are you spewing at me? Why was this hospital upgrade free is my question. What demonic soul... What demonic soul-based bargain did I make to... have the hospital not only upgrade, but do it for free? What that noise was. I'm not overly concerned about that currently. Everybody is sad again. You know why? Because the jolt of joy's gone away. We'll keep it up for now. And for the foreseeable future, because realistically, our civilization is on life support at the very beginning. That's how you know you're doing a bad job. I guess I could have focused on stuff like stuff like that a little bit earlier. Obviously, it's a Stone Age thing because you know it requires measly stone and wood, not well, yes, just regular stone and wood. So I could have been building those for a while now, and that would have probably helped a little bit in the grand scheme of things. But shut up! How dare you? How very dare you? We're keeping the that's right. Stop! Don't stop! Never give up. To the top. He is a phantom breeder. What was it going for there? Good question. I don't know. I don't even know what Phantom Reader would have suggested. Danny Phantom, maybe? No. I know, like, don't stop, never give up, make your way to the top. That's also not the, not in any way, shape, or form the proper, tonnage and or, just fucking verbiage, I don't know. Them's ain't the words to the song, and that ain't the melody to the song. However, comma, I don't know the right one, and I've lost, where's my box? Didn't I crash one of them alien spaceships around here? I thought that was a giant scorpion. That would have been a lot cooler than 2 deer. Can I, Devs, I know you're not watching. You're not watching this poor Make-A-Wish child's fucking wish. God, I feel like I'm dying. And honestly, what better way to fucking do it than to document every second of it? Make some poor asshole watch while I fucking choke to death on my own mucus. Boy, it's fun. Look at that whale. He's not having fun. He's essentially beached. Yeah. Giant scorpions. I want alien giant scorpions. That's what I want. Not, like, because I like scorpions or anything, just because that's the first thing you get in mind. Really cool. Really cool if Spore was a better game. That's what I want to talk about right now. I like Spore. Anybody played Spore? Anybody existed before the year 2010? I think it came out like 2008 or something. And for some reason, a lot of medium to big ticket YouTubers have been playing Spore recently. I don't know why. I don't know if, like, you know, just they're getting nostalgic or something. I like Spore. I've played it a lot over the past my life. I don't think I got it anywhere the time it came out, but I do remember playing it. I loved it. And I loved it. It's a good game, and you know, and I like the space stage where you get to fly around and meeting people. And yeah, it's a little disappointing. And then when I got the DLC, that was pretty cool, but that was also kind of disappointing because it still wasn't what I expected from the game. You know, I like the idea of walking around alien planets. That's why. You know, that's why, like, much like the rest of the idiots in the world, invested in a little topic known as Star Citizen. Sure, I may never see a return on that, but, you know, it's the hope that keeps me going. And maybe in the year 3582, when I am inevitably uploaded to a computer because even though I wanted to die, my family wouldn't let me. No, I have to continue suffering. I don't know why, you know, just generic, like, I've been made into a calculator. That's what it is, right? So, like, you know, I've committed crimes against humanity. Because that's just inevitability at this point. That I'll commit some horrible, heinous crime and have to be arrested for it. Thank you for telling me, by the way. Thank you. Just fucking thank you. Thank you, OBS, for telling me about something that happened 6 minutes ago that currently isn't affecting me. And then continuing to tell me about it for 6 minutes later because, you know, it's relevant. It just works. Yes, words. What is with all these whales? Can I save some of these fuckers? Like, there was not this many whales in any of these lakes a while back. They definitely picked the wrong fucking lake to live in, huh? It's like, yes, this one's actually just like a lake, right? The other ones are like, you know, the other ones could be considered like, you know, that's definitely like maybe a sea, right? You know, that's probably the closest thing to an ocean that exists on the planet. That's maybe like, you know, a sea, right? A lake, a very small lake. And then you got this medium-sized lake to a small sea, and this is where they've chosen to live. Meanwhile, fucking Terry over here, he's living it up all by himself. He's depressed because he's got no friends. You know, I know how that feels. He knows how it feels. You know, Terry's depressed. I'm depressed. It's fine. Point is, not about the depression. No. Point is, he's depressed because everybody chose to live in Tiny Lake rather than with him. You know, that's reasonable. That's reasonable, man. He's allowed to be depressed. Maybe he doesn't want to find help. Who are we talking about again? Oh, boy. The ability to basically shoot into a void is kind of nice sometimes. Kind of nice. Let's food in the water, please. Just start picking up all these fucking perks around here so I can maybe I can get them to stop drinking as much fucking water out of the lake if they find drinking water out of the goddamn, you know, if they just drink the good water. Good water. Good water. See here? See Belshido Massamides? And this randomizer is not the best for the names, huh? Like, I've heard better random names from, I don't know, fucking toddlers. Shidal Spar Paleb Bleep. That's my vegetarian friend's name. It's better than Bingle Hobbins Flabberhaben. Good old, reliable, citizen of Mother Earth. Yep. Mm. I'm trying to find seeds. It must be nice if there's a little more variation in some of this stuff. Like, I, to a degree, understand why obviously there can't be a huge variation in both plants and animals. But, I mean, plants are fine, right? I think the trees are fine. There's enough of a variation for trees and, like, vegetables that I can, you know, I can feel fairly confident in saying that I don't give a fuck about most of them. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant was you know, I can't fucking find most of the goddamn things is really what I'm getting at. Didn't getting a bloody diarrhea fruit. I don't remember. But I think the plant life is fine enough. That's not okay. It's not crystal climb. Not that. It's not. It's not that. What is? It's just the one. It looks pink. It's got little blue spots. That's what we're looking for. Bunch of buildings falling apart. I'm sure they'll get fixed in time. I genuinely don't give a fuck anymore about that. I'm more interested in my invested time on finding this last fruit that avoids me like every one of my friends. Got him with that self-deprecating joke. 4 minutes and 11 seconds there will be an E-meteors. They're like E-thoughts, but, you know, meteors. Just crap about reservoirs just because it's on the list. Good old Whale Lake again. Well, you lake it around here. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, look at those cute pups getting all riled up around your civilization creator. There's a nugget trying to make friends with them. He's extending his hand and... oh my. They turn violent very quickly.
These wild wolf attacks are probably one of the worst additions to the game. Minus that amazing UI that's up. I think I got them all. Leaves us with little to no power left for the meteor storm, but we're banking on it not hitting us. The entire planet for it to hit. What's it gonna hit here? Oh god, I was trying to get a napkin. I'm sorry about that. Love seasons is kind of what I do. Man, should we go to the doctor? That guy better need money. Fancy doctor people. Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep spreading whatever the fuck I have at work like a total degenerate. Because, you know, without spending $80, I can't call in sick to, you know, attempt to fucking better myself. I do wish that Nuggets bringing back items would auto-unlock stuff. It seems like he's visiting everywhere, right? And this isn't eco, so there isn't a chance that one of these items didn't spawn. Although I guess that I don't exactly know that. If you know what I'm talking about, there's a little game called Eco, and you know, it might be fun if I had some friends, but I don't have any friends, so it's not exactly my cup of tea. You also kind of need, like, either a decent to a large amount of people, so we're fine. It's in that plant trees. Would have preferred if it hadn't hit any of the trees, but yeah, whatever. We'll focus on. We have to upgrade the fish hut, I think. Just fucking. These messages would go away after a while. Either that or there's just so many of them that... Also, apparently, right-clicking recenters your... Because it's the right clicks to rotate. So it recenters them. That makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? A little bit. Ever so slightly. And I love how I'm like, I don't want these messages. And instead of, you know, giving me a way to hide them, it just makes them smaller and then doesn't group them up. No. Like, I don't want it expanded. I don't want it, you know, I want it grouped. I don't want to see it. I don't want it on my screen. I don't want it anywhere near me. I don't want it near my family. I don't want it near my dog. I don't want news. I don't, just fake news. Get it all out of here. None of this stuff's happening. No, everybody is completely healthy. I don't know what you're talking about. There is not a chance that there isn't a healthy, sick person in my civilization. You're wrong. It's fake news. You know. That meteor storm even accomplish anything? I thought it was hitting there. Here it is. You're wrong. It's fake news. Get out of here. Point is, that I don't want it. I don't want the news. I don't care. Most of it will eventually be solved by either the hospitals or the engineers, assuming they're both doing their jobs. However, I mean, that is assuming they're both doing their jobs, and well, if I had a camera, I'd be staring at it right now in a fashion similar to that of The Office. I have not watched The Office, but I am well aware of how they look at cameras, very sexily. That's a me problem, isn't it? All very poor jokes aside, all very poor jokes aside, yeah, just kind of fed up with it. All these fucking notifications about stuff that it will eventually solve itself, or cannot be solved, period. Also, I really don't like this. There we go. Good. I don't think I've ever... I thought I tried that X button before and it didn't work, so... I'm going to blame that on user UI relations due to its essential normal badness, and thus my desire to not interact with the UI at all. The UI sucks. Fuck you, UI. Do something about it, bitch. Yep, you can't step to me. I am too big of a badass, as the kids say. I would like to see myself out, please. We have Panda Brain Pump, right? I don't even know what the fucking last thing looks like, / where it is. I'm not a fan of the fact that I can't just smack my head into rocks anymore like I used to. Stream is disconnected again. It's fine. It's just normal at this point. It's normal. It's expected. No, I don't care who they are. They can be whoever they want to be. It does not matter to me. Not in the slightest. Thank you, internet, for being over here. Yeah, it's the router. It's not a router. It's the card. 100%. It's the fucking card. And I hate this brand, and I hate this item, and I hate myself, and I hate, not puppies. I like puppies. Puppies are pretty cool. You ever have puppy? It's pretty good. Right? You think, man, I like dogs. And they're like baby dogs, right? And everybody likes fucking babies. If they're dogs. But if they're people babies, fuck them. But not literally. That'd be fucking wrong, dude. Don't fuck people babies. They're not made for fucking. No, people babies are made for fucking... No, it was supposed to be an after part of that. People babies are made for fucking taken care of, I guess. Because they're so fucking annoying and can't do anything on their own. Much like me. Annoying and can't do anything on their own. Otto, I hate you. I take that back, please. Just trying to remember what I'm doing. It's fine, we'll just stare at this rock. Look at this rock. Look at this fine rock. Just watch everybody go by. You know what? We're gonna do that a little bit. We're just gonna we're gonna experience a little bit of serenity. Just stare at rocks. Or not rocks. We'll watch people. Look, there's a kid playing with his ball over there, and there's a building in shambles, and a couple guys getting dysentery. Curable dysentery, but dysentery nonetheless. You know, and that's okay. You know, that's just life. That guy broke his house down. Or, so I guess the building's getting upgraded, probably. I think it's out of sight. Here goes another one. Maybe they're just buildings collapsing due to lack of care by anybody in the civilization, you know? Maybe. Just maybe. It's the house of D&D playing nerds who deserve to die. Maybe. No. If you like D&D, that's good. D&D is fun. You have friends. But you need friends. He says. And cries a little bit. Man, I'm glad that nobody watches these to this point in the video. Ugh. That crippling depression, everybody. It hits hard. It hits hard. I do not have a thing for this. What was that? The Empire. I'm sorry. The Empire. That's a cooler name than mine. What the fuck is who is this? How dare you have a cooler name than me? Yay, everybody's happy. They're demanding resources. They want 20 food. You guys can decide. I don't care. We don't really have 20 food to give them. But they'll figure it out. They're just from the Empire. Man, didn't we upgrade? No, we set to upgrade, but we didn't do it yet because we don't have the stuff. I hope the food's being harvested properly. And like they're not going, oh, we have to upgrade, so we can't actually do our food this year. Like, stuff's growing. We'll hopefully get a full harvest from it. And hopefully that'll be enough to fucking last us throughout the year. I'm getting the feeling, though, that we're going to need at least 1 to 2 more farms. So, that means to me that I'm probably going to build 1 to 2 more farms. See, what we don't tell them is that the fertilizer is people. It's like every fucking zombie movie you ever watched. Literally, it's such a trope that they're using people as fertilizer. Or food, or something to those effects. Going to leave a little gap there, because why not? We're not space efficient. We never have been. We never will be. Space efficiency is a thing of the past. I hate myself for saying that. Efficiency is the most important thing ever. Who doesn't want efficiency in their empire / poorly managed nugget yard? That's right, I said it. Poorly managed nugget yard. It's a bold statement, to say the least. A bold statement, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off, but it will not, because it is a poorly yada yada yada. There will be a couple upgrades to the farm soon. I think it's rolling in now. We do still need. We don't need more nuggets at the exact moment of the statement coming out of my mouth. However, we will definitely need more in the very near future. Thus, I say we need more now. Though, I guess putting more strain on our current food situation isn't exactly the best idea, but yeah. What song is that? Contest happens in 10 seconds. Jeez Louise. Meanwhile, here we got like weightlifting at 10 minutes. Oh. You can only have a certain amount of these parks. That seems silly. Well, considering that currently our general consensus on the population as well as its happiness level Um, we don't build more. No more need to. Uh, no need to put more fucking. No more. No more. No more. Bum 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 bum. I'm getting word from our our hmm, yes, they're saying I'm having a stroke. That it might be terminal. Yes. Yes. Snake. Snake. What do you mean? Yeah, it's definitely terminal. I laugh, but I really deserve to die. How's that going so far? Hey, it's their decision. I don't care. If we give it, I mean, I'm sure it would put us in a bit of jeopardy, but same speed. Does befriending them have any value to me? I don't actually know what stuff like that does. And the gamer in me says, "We'll fucking test it out, see what it does, and make them do it." You know, I would assume that. Well, obviously, except this specifically, yes, it would probably lead to more kind events. So again, that's obvious, right? They didn't like that we didn't give them the free shit, and who wouldn't? You know, I've demanded something, hand it over, right? But like, fuck them. That's why. Beautiful. Good old Whale Lake. I want to go to the moon. I want to be able to visit the moon without them being there. And I just want to look around. Let me see it. Let me look at it. Come here. Come here, moon. Come here. Let me touch you. Touch your face. Moon, come here. Let me touch you. Just let me give you a little bit of rub. Ain't nobody ever been gone to jail for rubbing the moon. No, that's not true. Ain't nobody never been gone to non-jail because no one's been rubbing the moon. Do you think that with the amount of people getting sick from lake water, it does say drinking out of the lake, right? They're all effectively lakes. There is no difference in this game. They're all lakes. Every body of water is a lake, no matter how large or small. That's what I say to you, fiddly blah. On that note, everything is a lake, and there is no difference. If you say there's a difference between a lake and an ocean and a sea, you're wrong. Everything you've said is ever going to be wrong. You've always been wrong. Enjoy being wrong. However, the point of all that was to say that, you think that with all that, constant notifications about people getting sick, they would, in theory, focus a little bit more on the root of that problem, which would be the lack of Wells. Now, I personally have given up on Wells entirely. I mean, Orson Welles was a cool guy. He's got a nice book. You ever read it? It's called War of the Worlds. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's one of my favorite books. I think it's a really cool book. I like the idea of aliens invading and then dying to really stupid shit they could have planned for. But, build that again because we just need more of that. Just need more of them. Would be cool? It'd be cool if they had like an upgrade for it, so you could do like a forestry upgrade. Please make sure to grow food with highest food count. There is no difference. Make juicy acorn for me. Juicy acorn boy, thank you. I don't know why that one got built specifically first, but you know, here I am. Rock me like a hurricane. After we finish everything outside, we'll continue forward to oil jacks. Making sure, obviously, to build oil jacks because we all remember what happened last time, which was that I didn't build them until later in the game because I was essentially trying to. I think the whole thought process was to game it by not building it. So by not having it, I would be able to build it later and thus have not more, but oh, there's the other box. I always have to check now in the corner for the which one are you on? Which horrible god power are we going to release today? Yeah, so I don't know. There's something along the lines of like, if I wait, I can build the better one. Because I thought it wouldn't really be that much more requirement. And I kind of forgot that you can't once. Well, I thought more along the lines of I don't need the oil now. There's no need to sacrifice the. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna go with. I don't need the oil right now, so there's no point in digging it up because it'll just be sitting around, taking up space, and I'll be able to build it later when I need to use it, because then I'll have it and use it whatever. What ended up happening was the building auto upgrades to the second tier, and you can't build the building because you don't have any of the second tier items. So we couldn't get any glass to make the. I think we were just having like, because burning fossil fuels in this game is kind of stupid. In that like there is no inherent value in picking that one. I mean, it's a more steady. Okay, it is a steadier supply of the not materials, but like it is a steadier supply of the required thing known as power. That's the word I'm looking for. Power. The case in point here, however, is supposed to be something more along the lines of bird stopped again. That even though it's steadier, considering the resources it takes to build them, because I did play a little bit before I streamed this, not like recently. What I mean is before I streamed the original alpha, I did play a bit of this game, and I also watched a bit of this game. I don't know, because I have to know what I'm getting into, Oh, apparently we're not. That was that forest though? What's a forest? Okay, apparently forest is slightly better to build in, which I guess would make sense. Is that? I don't know if you could hear that, but if you could, you didn't. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I think the white means is that it's a herb. I don't know how I want to build in a stone biome anymore either. It seems that stone biomes are like oh, that is in theory possible. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong entirely. I thought that the mountain, because they used to be like splotches of the ground, right? So like a stone biome would literally just be like a gray splotch of the ground. Now is effectively this halfway point of a mountain. That's the cotton candy again, isn't it? Yeah. Let's look around here. It's like, is there anything else that would definitely be the item? I'm not seeing is the problem, you know? That's like one of the first fucking cotton candy plants I saw, period. So, oh well. He says it's finding another one immediately. This is, you know, I'm not looking at the right spot normally, but yeah. Yeah. What's the matter with you? God. Talk about how fucking rare it is, and then you run around town and he's like, yeah, look at this fucking idiot. Fuck him. That's why. Yeah, play this game. That's what I was talking about. Play this game beforehand. I did Wind Energy, and I think I've done Kinetic Energy as well. Just like personally. I think I actually did Kinetic Energy. I've done both. I definitely remember doing both. To me, Wind is probably the better one, because realistically, having a, like, having a, fairly reliable, majorly constant, entirely free source of power seems better to me than using up more of your workers for a kind of reliable. Oh my god, is that it? No. That kind of reliable power source, because it's taking workers, which essentially, you know, draws them away from other tasks, which we saw in the last game as being very difficult. So, not very difficult, very in demand, right? Like, so, yes, yeah, I had that minor stroke. In the last game, when we did the alpha, we saw that a lot of the end game was kind of me waiting for workers, especially ones who were educated, which God damn it. I don't. Okay, that time, right? That time. Look at this.
I can see how that research could be useful, creator.
Shut your fucking mouth. No one cares.
I'm picturing nuclear waffle irons, or maybe some kind of automated back scratcher. Stop me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong. What does weightlifting have to do with nuclear fucking waffle irons or automated back scratchers? How do those two things relate in the slightest? Yes, I learned how to. Sorry, no, it was Dash of Lightning. Because apparently, you know, in the Stone Age, we invented nuclear-powered shoes. Nuclear Protection Station. I think this is the fruit. Are we missing? I mean, I might be wrong. No, yeah, it is. So confused.
you've got some flea powder handy, creator. There's a rabid bunch of wolves approaching
my
your
God.
civilization.
Where? Why? How? I mean, at this rate, we're going to actively exterminate all the fucking wolves. Right? Like, I am going to single-handedly destroy the wolf population. Because they just keep fucking, you know, attacking me. Like, I get it. The wolves don't like me, but it just seems silly. Oh. Hmm. Those aren't even people dying in the wolves. I wish, like, right. I kind of understand why it doesn't specifically take you to the wolves. Right, because if it did, I'd just fucking immediately wipe them out. But I'm going to end up doing that anyway. It's not like, you know, this is some wake-up call to build more fucking towers. I've built a couple towers already. But I highly doubt that the majority of towers I have are going to be very effective, if not even effective at all. Now, God, it's annoying because I know they're dying somewhere probably, or it's just making stupid noises for the point of making stupid noises. Who knows which one it's going to be? There's just going to be like a large fucking pile of dead bodies somewhere. Not a clue where. And now it's not even fucking showing me them. Yeah. Where? Also, like, it's the same person dying 6 times. Who is Ambivela? Is Avalusa? Avalamba. Who's Avalamba? Where did they die? Are they getting eaten by wolves out somewhere in the wild fields and that's why we can't see them? Is it over here? Is that the wolf we're looking for? There's 11 notifications about people dying. It's weird that... Okay, Avalusa isn't mentioned there. So in theory, they're over here. Here we go. Just fucking solve this with lightning. It's faster, more effective. And it's for the hospital. And I killed the hospital. Our free hospital, nonetheless. Space Wolf. It's gonna be like sleep, right? These wolf attacks are stupid. I hate them. Like, I don't know how common wolf attacks are in real life, let alone wolf attacks specifically from, you know, those ones are tokens are destroyed, so I don't really think you can tell me about that game. Thank you, though. This is, friends, is why you build water reservoirs right next to each other. So you can just do one 40 power god power. Excuse me. And then you got that. Bam. Fuck it. No. Oh, come on, you fit there a second ago. So why has nobody picked up this fucking stone out of the middle of my city? It's just like a lump of stone, just sit in the middle. Nobody fucking collects it, because that would be silly. Is this a windstorm? What's happening here? I think it's a windstorm. It's a shame that our major hospital fucking collapsed like twice. You know, all those poor innocent people killed. Who knows if those are irrelevant happenings or not, but you know, people, stuff happens. Who knows what's happening, honestly? Everything's such a mess. That guy wants a candle. He's going to pray. I mean, prandles and candles. Find a stroke, okay? Candles and prayer go together like birds of a feather. We go together like birds of a feather. You know it's the way I want it. I don't know why I open my mouth sometimes. It's bad singing. Always. I don't know. If I ever do any good singing, somebody just let me know so I can stop immediately and start bad singing. The cold definitely does not help at all. Not in the slightest. I do like how we're at 101 out of 100. The president died. Again, I kind of find the telling me about death through old age to be both useless and annoying. There is quite literally nothing I can do about that. Just, you know, clean up the corpses. So when they're never be taken care of, they won't get super plague from them. They'll eventually get around to burning all the bodies, it's fine. That guy. I'm seeing mirages of turkey and ice cream sandwiches. These messages from like God. Or not God. Well, obviously not God. I'm God. Hello. You're called. I mean, like, it's like heaven. So, like, if I click on a dead guy and he sends me a message, is that a message from heaven? Is that like he's seeing turkeys and ice cream sandwiches in heaven? Also, why would his heaven include turkeys? Aren't they, like, terrible? Like, real fucking dicks. Look at that whale. One of our lonely whales. You know. It's dick move. Dick move, bro. I wonder if I'm like one of the only 3 streamers playing this, and if I'm the only one playing in English. Because I've seen like some of the smaller games played once. I don't really browse around on Twitch too often, Normally I just watch YouTube videos I've seen like 30 times already. But I have seen, like, I haven't even watched the Russian, Russian guy streaming X, Y, or Z because I don't understand Russian, and thus it does nothing for me. But I just wonder how big of a following this game has currently on Twitch. You know, is that? No, he's not walking in the water. But he might have just came out of the water. You never know. You know, considering that these guys are very, very good at walking at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, game, I get it. I destroyed those two buildings. That's nice. I know it wasn't exactly my most fucking my most fucking it wasn't exactly my best display of like finesse with my power. However, you don't need to inform me about it for the rest of my goddamn life. I don't care. The building is gone, it's been rebuilt, the residents have moved on, they're either dead or somewhere else. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. It literally has no bearing on my life about those buildings being destroyed. Except for the fact that I'm giving it the time of day right now because it's annoying as fuck to constantly receive these messages. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's all. Go fuck yourself. Ba 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 da da. Go fuck yourself. Ba 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 bum bum. Does anybody see that special fruit I'm missing? Or cotton candy? I'm convinced this last one doesn't exist. Whatever it is, wherever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. Hey, guy. It's weird to me that there's like alien exiles. Are they exiled from my community because they don't believe in God, or are they like exiled from like obviously they have to be exiled from somewhere. And considering that we have the only source of nuggets, to the best of my knowledge at least, one would assume that they were exiled from my community for some heinous action possibly committed while under the effects of the big drug. That's right, the devil's lettuce. We're growing it for health reasons. Totally legitimate health reasons. There should be a button I can hold down that just allows me to build it there. Say, fuck it, I don't care about the residential building. Let me put it here. It's their fault for putting living where I wanted to put something down. Like, they just pack themselves in so goddamn neatly into the areas I want to be in. I also kind of wish it would tell me, like, so overall, like, give me the overall value. They give me a plus or minus for, like, how many I'm over or under, so I don't have to do the math. So I know I can go down by 3 happiness pegs if I need be, right? Because, you know, I will eventually go over or under that amount of happiness. What was that? I just got... So I was trying to move through. I'm sorry, why is it subtracting by 2 if I'm still over the... whatever. That's going to cost me how much happiness exactly? Crime is up by 3. Again, telling me how much I'm over would really be nice, so I know if I have to build more towers or I'm going to have to, you know, just some way to know that I am secure in my amount of happiness / crime availability. Right? Because obviously they're going to get upset that these buildings are being built because, you know, why wouldn't they? I say that as sarcastically as humanly possible. Why the fuck would they be upset about it? Right, of all the things that are currently causing me to commit crime, such like such heinous crimes as video piracy and jerking off to anime girls, I don't fucking know. God, oil jacks are not on the list of reasons I commit. Like, so if I committed a crime right now, right? If I went out and committed a crime, it probably would be like robbery, murder, grand theft auto, because stealing a car, why not? You know, because obviously, right? Because I'm assuming, right? They're out there. Okay, you know what? Let's use it in their terms, right? I am going to A, vandalize, and B, destructionalize, right? I guess maybe they're upset about the environment, but if there were issues with the environment, then yeah. Currently, we're well over the environmental like safety limit that I've, you know, put up here, and though the building will in theory take us over, I will, you know, go out and solve the issue before it even becomes an issue. That isn't the problem. But like, make it so that maybe once they really reach this high air quality, that these things start causing hell. How about that, right? Once these air quality like things are hit, they start doing more and more like crime and causing unhappiness, instead of just like from the start, I don't like oil wells, they're bad. Yeah. Right? Because it's a bit fucking garbage. Like, I understand not wanting to like exploit the planet for its resources or whatever, right? And to a degree, I don't really. Obviously, these things are limited, and it will affect the environment by doing it. But as long as you're able to solve the issue, then who cares, right? Currently, we're not, and that's the real issue with it, right? Like, if global warming weren't an issue, then who fucking cares about burning oil, right? And I mean, to a degree, obviously, it's not that huge of an issue. It will eventually be solved, and it is kind of a natural thing. You know, I'm not saying, you know, we're not making it any worse or better, but, you know, I highly doubt that realistically humanity is the end-all be-all in terms of collapse in this planet. It's...
Do you enjoy music, creator?
Yeah,
I was thinking about taking up the violin. It'll come in handy when something tragic happens.
Hilarious. I love this narrator. He's so funny and quirky. I love him. He's so amazing. Back to the topic about, you know, whatever. Right. Whatever. If they're just gonna die, it's probably not going to be from greenhouse gas emissions burning too big of a hole in the ozone. I think realistically, if it were that big of an issue, it'd probably be being solved, and they're trying to solve it too. So it's not, you know, exactly like it's not. There aren't people attempting to do it, and it's not getting done to some degree. I mean, obviously there are certain countries cough cough.
Be careful
Heck,
how much research
that's really all I have to fucking say.
Creator. They might soon become smarter than you.
I mean, the whole joke with the cough cough China, but you know, quite literally cough cough China. All semi jokes aside, fuck China. And all anti-Chinese sentiment, non-racial, just like not a good country, really. Now, if I'm talking about my top 10 favorite countries, China, it probably doesn't make the list. Realistically, it. Oh, okay. I thought it got broken because it just kind of disappeared from my hand. Though I guess the majority of the countries that I'd say have an interesting history and or, you know, interesting history / worthwhile interest in anything would probably be majority European. I do like history, and most of it revolves around Western culture for obvious reasons.
There's been another injury created.
Let me just go ahead and save the game, because that was fucking a little laggy, spiky boy.
Wonder what it is this time.
I don't care. I hope he dies of that injury. My overall point was that I don't know. I'm trying to probably because realistically there aren't that many countries that are interesting. You know, so China probably would essentially make the list, but only through. I mean, there's definitely been a certain amount of stupid things China's done that are a little bit more frown uponable than a lot of the other countries that exist in this world. And by that I mean more along the lines of the stupid shit they've done in history, right? I mean, obviously you can frown upon, like, what, Europeans for slavery, though, you know, the obvious argument is that everybody did it. You really can't purely blame them. And I don't, right? Like, why would I? Right? It's stuff that happened. It happens, you know? I wouldn't say it's a necessary evil, however, I'd say it's a kind of an eventuality of evil. Right? Because, realistically, right, like, you know, slavery's bad and all. And don't ever, you know, tell me that don't ever, I'm not going on record saying slavery is good. There we go, somebody clip it. But, unless I'm playing, like, you know, I guess EU4 or some game which as Stellaris, if I'm playing Stellaris and I'm yelling about how great slavery is, that'll be a time. But,
Onwards and upwards.
Winds of exchange. Oh yes, because we picked up wind energy.
I'm so glad you researched electricity. Now, Nuggets can finally give up on that idea of bottling fire.
You mean Molotovs? Probably not Molotovs, but Molotovs. Yeah, so slavery. Necessary, not necessary evil, eventuality evil. Because, you know, when people are existing, there's somebody going to take advantage of them. It happens throughout history, it's going to happen again, it's currently happening as well. Slavery of some form will always exist in society because it's just an eventuality of evil. You know, these days it's more, well, I mean, you know, literal slavery along the lines of, like, what fucking, you know, China and India do to their young, and then, you know, American slavery, which is essentially just minimum wage workers. Though I'd honestly rather be a fucking middle class? No. Sorry, minimum wage workers is what I meant to say. I don't know I said middle aged, though. I guess, you know, realistically middle aged, you're fucking dying on the inside anyway. Fucking Gen X pieces of shit. No. Well, yes, but no. But yes. What's this? More deadly seeds. Words that evade me ever so slightly. Sorry, brain fart. Minimum wage workers, because especially restaurant workers, because they get, you know, the shortest end of the stick with all the
They'll do a splendid job, so long as they stay away from fire.
Is that... We're down to our... No, we're not. I don't know why. I don't know why they're not, you know, assigning more of them, but that's not really my problem right now. What if it takes account things like living distance from the place of work? I highly doubt it, but, you know, it's something to essentially consider, because if you have to walk from here to there to work, you'll probably run out of energy a lot faster walking from here to there to work. Because I don't know if they... I assume they're like constantly expending energy to exist, much like everyone else. But who knows with games like this, if you're expending energy when they're working or expending energy when they're, you know, whatever. Point is, cool countries, European ones. Not cool countries, fucking China and India. I mean, countries that existed in India, cool, yeah, sure. But the country of India itself is not that interesting. I mean, like, what? Persia? That's Afghanistan, isn't it, though? There was an interesting one in India at the time, wasn't there? There's a couple of the ones from, like, before they formally got conquered by what is essentially England. And, well, what is England? I'll take, countries that took over the world for 500, Alex. What is England? It said the sun never set on this, long-spanned, world-dominating country. What is England? Oh, sorry, we're looking for what is what is Great Britain? Go fuck yourself. We're also friendly with these guys. Fuck them. Minus what was possibly the worst fucking Jeopardy joke to ever exist. And trust me, Jeopardy jokes always knock it out of the fucking park. I mean, I don't know a moment where I haven't in real life went up to somebody I knew and said, Alex Trebek, and they haven't just burst into laughter. You know? Just Alex Trebek. He's a funny guy. How's the water looking like here? Put a second pump on there. A lake this large can handle at least one more pump. Probably should also... I don't know, I've kind of expected this. That's a bet. That's your getting on me for that one. Yeah, Alex Trebek, everybody. Everybody get up for Alex Trebek. He's got some kind of cancer, I think. He's got some fatal disease. What's like old game show hosts, right? No. What's the guy on Wheel of Fortune? He has some kind of disease as well. I know Alex Trebek definitely had something, right? And like he's been in and out of like the game show business because of it. Like I definitely remember him being in some form of news due to what I'm pretty sure I want to say is like some kind of lung cancer and or in his chest cavity area. I don't know what he has. I don't remember. My memory is shit when it comes to things, and well, realistically, my Alex Trebek trivia is not up to date, which is kind of ironic because he runs a trivia show. Not the point. The point is, I find, you know, like, India's, it's not interesting. The names that cool India did. Gandhi? Yeah, sure, that's cool. But, like, compare Gandhi to, I don't know, Hitler. I don't know. What about that? There's, he wasn't, like, a leader of Germany, right? But I'm fairly sure he was a German or Austrian knight who had, like, an iron hand. Because like he lost it in battle, and he wrote with it. It was essentially like a mixture between a suit of armor, and
You know how holy water is made, Creator? You boil the hell out of it. Unfortunately, it's so cold out here, even the pumps are frozen.
I want to go there because maybe the narrator's not there for me. What if I light the lake on fire? Can I unfreeze the lake?
I was just about to compliment you on your fantastic new ice sculptures. But then I realized those were just frozen nuggets.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my brain completely blank there. So he eventually had like a prosthetic hand that was essentially just a pseudo armor kind of bit, right? And he
What
like,
an event, creator! Grab a chair and some popcorn.
uh,
A wolf pack is on its way.
Wolfpack. Welcome to the fifth wolf. That's I think it's the third or fourth. Not exaggerating at that point. Third or fourth wolf pack attack. I'm honestly gonna keep it paused until I can find this wolf pack. Because if they get into the civilization, it's a bit more of a hassle than. Here they are. Okay. That should take care of the situation. Yeah, because if they get into the civilization, it causes a bit more of an issue than if I were to lightning bolt them outside. You know? I should probably. Alright, we have 17 kids. Only 8 of them are learning. I'm gonna get a third school. At least one more. That's a cemetery. Realistically. I mean, we're mostly covering the majority of our civilization. I'm sure that it'll be fine. Here we go. Get that school like over here. That makes everybody happy. And what am I if not a crowd pleaser? I will go ahead and yeah, I'm seeing that I'm definitely suffering a bit in terms of just a little bit more there. There we go. It's a reasonable loss instead of the Empire would like to trade. Damned elves! You imperial scum! Give me, you know what? Give me 0 of that. I could trade for like 5 of that, which is fucking 8. Wow. That's the best of the. I actually don't need that item. I'm just doing it for like the possible. I think they get a slight boost, specifically when you trade with them for a reasonable deal, or like not a reasonable deal, like a favorable deal. However, I don't really care that much, nor do I. They'll automatically upgrade, I'm assuming. That's really annoying though. That is annoying. When, you know, just, you know, as far as you can see, fucking upgrade bubbles. If they're gonna upgrade them automatically on their own, why are you telling me about it? It doesn't matter. Also should have kind of kept a bit more of a hand on my Oh, those bunkers are getting finished. I mean, who really knows? I don't remember where I fucking built the damn things. There's one. And they hold what? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 of that, I believe, built 3. So what? 96 people can get the safety. Times 32 times 5 would be 150, 160. So if we built one more bunker, technically 2 more, we could store everybody.
So long as there's a steady breeze, windmills will serve you well, creator.
I probably should build this another one. Like, I can understand, like, an unhappiness buff if you had to spend, like, maybe for as long as they spend in the bunker, they would receive a unhappiness a debuff. Right? So I spent 10 minutes in the bunker. I'm unhappy for 10 minutes. Not bunker bad. Bunker exist. How dare you try to save us from the inevitability of death?
This new windmill got me thinking, Creator. Do you ever wonder what kind of music windmills listen to? I've heard they're big metal fans.
Nice, the batteries are full. No. It just didn't like that I was looking at them or something. I'm not going to try to expend more energy on the thing. Actually, a bit worried about this tornado and the effect it will have on my civilization, but what you gonna do, man? What are you going to do? I wonder if that time is sped up at all because of the increase in time. So, like, does the talk tick down faster? Does the clock does the event clock tick down faster due to my 1.5 speed at which I'm playing the game? Or I would assume yes. Because if I'm playing the game on accelerated speed,
we should probably perform a head count to see how many nuggets survived.
Who's playing when I have water? The battery needs water? That's a nice sound effect right there. Why do the batteries need water? I guess for like coolant, but that seems silly. Also, we might need more fucking windmills, to be honest. Doesn't allow power generation. Yeah, okay. I think they changed these as well, because I think there was definitely when I originally played it in the alpha, and did it with the windmills. There was like a bigger one you start off with, and then like little ones you could build for small boosts of power. It seems like they have instead opted for oh look, an alien. No, go away. Go away. You'll hit my buildings if I strike. Get out of here. I don't know. That's not proof there's a god. I don't know what is. Give me the box. What's in the box? It's not a career. What's in the box? Tell me. What's in the box? Hey, why is your house bumping? If you're not having sex. Well, at least we know it's fully repaired. Hmm. Okay. Look at this pop upgrades now. Because it's a bit faster. And the... Where is my weather tower? No, literally, where is the weather tower? Oh, it's getting upgraded for free, I guess. What happened to the tornado? Because those usually at least like to dance around the civilization. Maybe it did something somewhere else and then left? Question mark? I completely forgot about that. It seems like it's gone now, though, so... Big whoop, question mark? Looks like we succeeded? Who knows? The windows make it a little bit easier to find home, though. We don't have that many big building. I also find it weird that in a medieval level building, they would have antennae like that, as well as, you know, pseudo radio dishes, because the guy's just fucking staring out a goddamn tower. Also, he Spider-Man's up half the building anyway. Why wouldn't the ladder go all the way up? Why? What kind of lazy fucking design is that? That the tower has a ladder that goes up maybe a quarter of the way. I'd like to, you know, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. That's at least like 2/3 of the way. No, sorry, it's two separate ladders that he doesn't switch between, and then he goes straight to climbing up the fucking scaffolding, which I would assume is harder than just getting a taller ladder or building antennas for show. And then he goes inside the building. Also, why is there like one small door in the front and then two seemingly larger doors on the side? Like, just make them like bay windows or something. What are the two bigger doors for? Where is he going that these fucking bigger doors would be necessary and or fucking... Like, is he gonna pull out his like weather tracking van out of there? That'd be cool, right? Like, you ever watch those fucking TV shows where it's like the guy jumps in a fucking souped up SUV and then like fucking it shoots out like it like deploys its legs and it like chunk into the ground and then like he stands there. He's storm chasers. That's what they are, storm chasers, right? I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's just gonna keep climbing up and down the fucking tower all day. I don't know. I feel like there could be definitely a better / more efficient design for that poor man to climb up that tower. Because like at this rate, he's just fucking, you know, he's just dicking around for the sake of dicking around. You know? Just like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, if you can make a tower that tall, you can make a ladder that goes up it. Especially when, for some reason, they seemingly have two different ladders here. Like, that ladder has to be a fucking nightmare to climb, right? Like, I don't know if it's secured to the building or not, but, like, it is on such a thin ledge that, oh, yeah. No. Minus my weird perversion / obsession with that, we have no way to affect the elections. We can't rig the elections. You can't call me Russia today because I can't rig the election. Oh wait, you can because I can't rig the election. Dun-dun-ch. All semi-political jokes aside, actually all completely political jokes. That wasn't really semi-political. No, sorry, that's my firm belief that nobody's interfering with elections unless it's the fucking Democrats, because you know they can't even interfere with their own election property. I guess actually that's a point. We'd know if they were doing it because they can't even interfere with their own election property. Good old Idaho. He is in fact the hoe. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, boy. What's taking up power? I wonder. Is it these houses? Oh, cool. So they're auto-upgrading and then taking up power. Cool. Question, another third question. Why does medieval level happen when you get power? Like, electricity wasn't invented until well after the founding of America, right? I want to say something along the lines of like 14. Let's say like maybe late 1400s, early 1500s, kind of start. Sorry, 1492 is when Columbus went away. So I want to say something so closer to the lines of like late what 1700s, early 1800s. Question mark maybe that might be not. I don't think that's too far off. I want to say that's a fairly reasonable range, right? So why do these medieval level buildings require power? Like, I think the tree needs to be spread out a little bit more properly. Like, mining for like stone and mining for stuff like stone and iron, all that stuff. That makes sense, but that would be like, I feel like, right, it would be something along the lines of mining for stone or for like mining for metal, then the Renaissance, like the medieval, maybe like you could possibly put like medieval, then mining for stone or like stuff, mining for metal, but gas and fucking iron jack should be after the medieval era, right? Like, we don't even have a use for gas right now, or oil for that matter, right? But I've got to build the building, got to build the buildings where they're cheap, and actually able to be produced. Let's go ahead and see if we plant more trees. No foreseeable disasters. That's a couple of wolves decide to attack again, which isn't exactly out of the question. Yeah, exactly out of the question. Then I'm not too concerned. However, right, like, okay. Electricity originally, right, was not a we burn fossil fuel oil or natural gases kind of thing, right? I think I want to I don't know. And you'll have to look it up if you're really interested in this. But oh, cool. I was really gonna be fun. I was gonna quit if that was just stuck on my screen all day. I might stop after the 2 hour mark, to be honest. I'm not feeling it right now. It's like my sickness is killing me, and my constant ramblings about things that are slightly beyond my own knowledge. However, let me continue. I want to believe that natural gas and oil burning, or like I mean oil in the sense of fossil fuels, not like oil like we killed a whale and harvested its blubber, are fairly, current things versus something that, the medieval people did, right? Because they did have oil, but I think their oil was animal fat, right? Not like, like if I went back in time to fucking, medieval fucking England, right? And I got some fucking, I purchased some oil, right? Some medieval England oil. It would be probably animal fat based, right? And that's that's normal, right? Because animal fat is flammable, and a constant or a very prominent source of fuel during their time period. However, building a giant fucking Stone Age oil derrick with a fucking giant stone and wood donkey.
Would you say the introduction of windmills is a real turning point?
Shut up, man. We built like 3 already, and you're making another fucking joke about it. You're laughing. I have 6 windmills, and you're laughing. Whatever. My point is, right, I feel like the right, I've discovered electricity. And you know what I had to do after immediately discovering electricity? I learned blacksmithing. Right? Like, blacksmithing should be well before the fucking harvesting of, like, you know, mines and fucking well, not mathematics, but well before the harvesting of natural gases and oil. Right? I feel like blacksmithing is 100% before quarries and geology. Right? Like, yeah, well, I can give you biology, botany, ecology, and antiseptics, right? I can give you mathematics too. That's easy. I can understand mathematics. However, geology isn't really commonplace until blacksmithing was a thing, right? Like the whole point of blacksmiths or geology was to mine iron to fucking make the goddamn tools so they could be more efficient, right? Like, hell, blacksmithing has been a thing since the beginning of time immemorial. Right? One of the first things humanity did on its fucking way to becoming a world power on this stupid fucking rock was, like, learn metalsmithing, right? Like, you know, we didn't go from the Stone Age to the fucking Electric Age to the Bronze Age. No. We went Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age, right? Like, those... Metal was a big thing before we did power, that's for sure. But for some reason, in this game, it's a feasible timeline to learn how to power a building before learning how to make a tool properly. Right? Because this means to me, right? and the big question is, right? We haven't learned blacksmithing, but, you know, I mean, the buildings definitely show it. Like this one, I could say this guy doesn't know. There's no metal fittings. There's no metal, like, you know. There seemingly isn't any nails or anything in the boards. There's no, like, the door is quite literally just a wooden planks placed over a wall. Ah, God, my soul. But this building 100% would require blacksmithing. And because you have to make the fucking metal. Metal doesn't appear like that, you know? I can give you most of these buildings not requiring blacksmithing. And it seems that I guess they just keep using stone tools for some godforsaken reason. Like, I mean, I think stone scythes are probably fairly prominent, right? But, like, a lot of tools wouldn't be very effective like at a stone level, like, you know, like, how are we harvesting the iron if not with metal tools, right? And one might say, Brandon, how to harvest in real life without metal tools? Not every country is fucking Africa, okay? Some countries had surface iron, right? Like a lot of the early like tools, like the iron, like surface iron, and all that stuff, right? Was like meteorite, but there were deposits of metal that were kind of like dragged up and stuff that was like, you know, not entirely what's the word I'm looking for, like when an earthquake happens and the ground shifts and all that kind of stuff, like stuff where like the metal was on the surface for one reason or another, and this was used to make, you know, it's like I found enough iron to make a pick. I used that pick to get more iron. I now can make 3 picks. And, you know, it exponentially increases until we would essentially run out of iron. However, that's not a foreseeable problem right now. At least I don't think it is. I don't know how much of the world's iron reserves are left, but I'm sure it's more than enough. Sorry, small tangent my brain just stopped on. Yeah, but like, you know, how are they mining the iron without iron tools? How are they mining this, like, the stone without iron tools? You know, like, Minecraft is fun and all, but I'm pretty sure a stone pickaxe would be all but ineffective. Or sorry, it would just only be ineffective. All but useful, maybe. I don't know. I've never been quite sure on that specific phrasing of words. Like, how does that work? It's all but ineffective, right? So it's everything except ineffective? So it's very effective, question mark? Is that what it means? That might be wrong, that might be, I don't know. Right? But like, this building is clearly held together with string, right? There is probably zero wood required or zero metal required in its building, and that's okay. Yeah, there's buildings like that in real life. Granted, I don't think they would have, yeah, no, like Mayan buildings, right? Would have used like stone for the walls and shit, but like buildings like that would have required fucking building like these two would have required blacksmithing, and granted, you have to get in the medieval era, which the medieval like I keep saying era, the medieval zone of technologies to get these buildings. But it still feels like blacksmithing should be the gateway drug, right? Blacksmithing is the gateway drug to the medieval era, and thus shouldn't be before stuff like geology, where you're building giant mines to go into the ground. Because I'm fairly sure blacksmithing was a thing before they could, seemingly, like, I guess, like, I'm sure some mines were like, found stuff where like you find a cave and it's got iron in it, right? Because like iron would exist in mountains and whatnot. Like sure, whatever, right? That's some iron is probably found in caves and stuff in the areas, but a lot of iron, especially when you're specifically looking at it like this, right? Where you've clearly built this giant contraption which does include metal on it, right? Like.
At this rate, your civilization will be heading to the stars ahead of schedule, Creator.
Like, that building comes with a lot of iron on it. And obviously, you can't... If the only way you can get iron in this game...
Clicking until you can build a spaceship. I know you're always busy, but do you ever take a moment to watch the seasons change?
Yeah. So, like, a lot of these things would have required iron and blacksmithing, and I just feel like the technology tree is a little bit whack, Like, it definitely should have been put a little bit better together, especially because the iron bars that come out of there are, forged iron bars. It's not like, flakes of iron or unprocessed ore chunks, And I obviously I don't want to have to like. I really don't think it'd be a cool and fun game mechanic to have to mine up unrefined iron and place it through like a processing like building, especially because like I'm going from the transition from just wood and stone to refined wood and stone has been very rough, even with 2 fucking refineries. Only now are we starting to get like a backlog, and that's because I've all but stopped using the goddamn stuff to build. Right? Like, we still, we do have a buttload of buildings that just, it'd be cool if I could just, like, drag the body into space and just kind of, like, leave it there. So, like, I never built a, I'm just saying it'd be funny if I never built a graveyard and instead just personally carried all the bodies into space and just left them there, and then like you launch into space like whenever in the future, and there's just like it would essentially amounts to a like a ring of like just corpses floating in orbit. All majorly, cooked / preserved, because it gets really hot in space at times, so in theory it would cook it, question mark? I don't know how correct that is, but I feel like it's just the right amount of wrong to be correct. Because, like, I know, like, okay, one thing I do know...
Water pumps grinding to an icy halt, Creator.
Listen here, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. He's done. He's gone. Where is he? Narration? 0.
It's all up.
I'm gonna actually cancel that. But what we can do is just fucking no tips and helps. Okay? I'm done with that. I know how to do it. try that now. Let's see if that
To
just...
the reservoirs now.
I think I've played this game long enough to know that winter means the pump stopped working. That's one of the things I'm fairly confident.
First snow of winter has fallen.
Okay, no. No. Just no. Goodbye. There he goes. Bye. I'm done with the talking. His jokes aren't funny. I'm tired of him. And I'm tired of him repeating the same 3 fucking lines about winter ending and winter starting and... Oh, look, you built another one of those fancy-dancy windmill things. Aren't they so coolio? Like, sure, the first time you hear it, it's fun, right? Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it the first time, and, you know, it's fun to hear the conversation. But at a certain point, it becomes excessive. Yeah. Nope. Okay. Anybody see a line of wolves? We've got essentially 2 bolts. Stop them. Come on, wolves. Where are the wolves? If I unpause it and let it go, it's gonna get my squishy, soft underbelly. And they'll wreak havoc, and I'll be essentially powerless to stop them. What the literal fuck is that? Okay. The Easter eggs. I'm kind of cheap for him. That's 1 wolf. That's not enough. There should be like 4 or 5 running in a pack. Yes, yes. Where are they? Demonic beings from another dimension. Spot. No, it's not. The problem is, like, they could be coming from the water. I don't know that they're not. And they've done it before, so it's not like, you know, it's an exactly unrealistic statement. At least I don't think they've come from the water specifically for attack. I don't know specifically, but specifically. However, it's annoying. It's an annoyance. I hate them. Just take me to where they are so I can deal with the problem. Don't make me pause the game, search for them. It's just one of it's heading the wrong direction. See, it's like, do this, or wait for them to get into civilization and start killing people, and just figure out where the fucking, you know, line of bodies leads. And as much fun as that is, and trust me, it's truly a lot of fun. No. Not to mention, like, once they get into the civilization, I can't effectively remove them without, you know, destroying half of my shit. So, like, you know, the game kind of incentivizes this specific route of completion. I don't fucking know what I'm saying anymore. The question would be then, did I ever really know what I was saying? But the answer would still be no. I have no clue what I'm saying, doing, amming, inning, outing, upping, downing. Okay. A little more time to get a bit closer. Problem is, like, I don't... It's not a guaranteed avenue of attack. I don't know what terrain they can and can't move over. I don't know, you know. Like, at least when they were, like, big rocky mountains, you could tell, like, they can't travel through this, right? Like, it is a physical, like, terrain blocker. Also, they couldn't, you know, walk up and down fucking, you know, lake bits, too, but... That's dumb. Dude. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh. That bear and the deer are having a fun time together. Little bear-deer butt sex. But that's a term you never thought you'd be hearing from me. Don't worry, I didn't think I'd be saying it. Boy. Let us, right, because it seems to me that there is a little bit of an issue with storage over here. Let us just build a storage building. Funny enough, I solved the problem with storage by building a storage building. Would have seen that coming. I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb that incentivizes. Like, obviously, it probably is incentivizing or trying to get me to build more, like, watchtowers. And I don't know if watchtowers actively reduce the amount of incoming wolf attacks. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Who's the fucking say? Why are the wolves constantly attacking me? Since when has... Like, if we were a bunch of small tribes, then yeah, I could see wolf attacks being a thing, right? Like, you know, I imagine wolf attacks were probably fairly common among, like, small tribes of humans, you know, settled in early BC times where, you know, they couldn't really defend themselves. But once you get, like, you know, a sprawling fucking city, right? Like, you know, I get, you know, everybody's still living in, like, fucking little stone, you know, shit houses, except for the guys who've actually taken the time and effort to fucking... Disease. Oh. It was just metal and oil. I don't know why I sounded so depressed about that. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so, like, you know, and most people are still living in stone shitholes, but fucking there are a fair number of, like, moderately built, medieval houses, right? They're just called residential medieval houses, whatever, right? They still haven't upgraded the inside, so they still look like fucking shithole stone houses. Who cares? Seems like a graphic oversight on my side, but whatever. From my perspective, even. Who knows? Words. What do they mean? What are they used for? Who fucking knows? But, you know, when you get, like, this, right? And obviously the wolf attacks are fairly effective either way, right? Like, you know, the wolves, if allowed to do what they want, will inevitably destroy the society. Down with the wolf. Kick them out. Deport wolves. Deport wolves into space. Back where they came from. The moon. That's why they howl at the moon, right? You didn't know that? It's a true fact right there. Wolves from the moon. That's why they howl. They're trying to contact home again, but they were exiled from the moon because they don't want no stinking wolves no more. They're like bad wolves. They couldn't speak English goodly, so they sent them to Earth, and then they lost the rest of the English. And that's why we have dogs. Yep. Sorry, sorry. I've existed for too long. In every sense of the word. Take that as you will. Hopefully that's running fairly effectively. I also kind of hope they have a carrier house upgrade, because in the last build, you just essentially had the 2 slots, more or less. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to stop because I'm tired and sick and tired, and upgrade that building. Yeah, no, so I'm gonna stop for today. I'm gonna also build more reservoirs, but I'm going to stop for today because I am tired and sick, and I have work tomorrow, but I'll probably try to do day stream tomorrow because I have work at night, not day, so realistically work has no sway on my the need to go to sleep tonight. I just want to stop, you know, because as much as I love streaming, it is a bit much to play the same game for, like, well, not 3 hours. Certain games I can definitely do it, and certain games I will do it, and this game is fun, but not 100% right now, you know? And I mean that, like, in the way of, while I do enjoy the game, the one that you just lost, yes, it's not done yet to 100%, and I'm kind of really interested in the final stages a lot, but to get there is a bit of a hassle. So also there's just a lot of, like, stuff that isn't entirely hammered out that I would very much like to be hammered out, like that fucking guy. I want him to hit him with a hammer. Narrator I'm talking about specifically. Either way, if you did enjoy the video, do like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitch. If you watched this long, I'd like to apologize for the sneezing, coughing, and general insanity. General insanity. The only military leader who knows what he's doing. Ironically, question mark. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if I'll be doing day stream or not, but we'll consider it. And see you guys soon. Bye.